All right, all right, all right. Exorcism. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here I am back here. Let me show. This is this is Strawberry Moon. This is a person on Twitch. So you can check out Strawberry Moon. See that? Yeah. I don't know. I'm going the wrong way. Strawberry Moon. All right. There's no point to that. Just showing it off. All right. All right. So we were at ABAP. So let's go back to ABAP. So that was here, right? Useful resources, etc. So where we ended up looking was installing, and where did we go? Here, it was one of these, I don't know. Was it this one? Superseded, and then they said to do this, right? Okay, so we did that, and it took a while. It was a large download for whatever reason. So it did finish, so if we do it again, it should say, oh, hey, you've got it. Image is up to date. Cool. Love to see it. Okay, so now what do we do? Okay, so ABAP Cloud Developer Trial is a free downloadable ABAP platform on SAP HANA 2.0 for trying out the ABAP language and toolset. It is extensively pre-configured with SAP Fiori Launchpad, SAP Cloud Connector, pre-configured backend / frontend connections, roles, and sample applications. This solution is intended for two groups of developers: non-ABAP developers who are interested in learning more about the ABAP language and development tools, and ones who already know. So I'm certainly in this category. So let's see, before you pull the image, okay, I think we're good there. We're not on Mac. The license lasts 3 months. Okay, well, the challenge only lasts 10 more days, so not worried about that. Let's see, is there something else? Okay, so once we have the thing going, let's find the hello world. So language tracks, and we're gonna find ABAP. All right, so we're gonna look for the hello world, and if that works, then we're gonna be good. So we're gonna try this. Okay, so downloaded. So we're gonna find ABAP hello world. Okay, so here's what we've got. So there's an XML. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So let's start by looking at the help. Okay, so here's what we learn. Running the tests, you can implement an exercise in your own SAP system. Okay, so I wasn't super clear on that, but the way they described this thing is it sounds like, I'm not sure whether this comes with a SAP system. So let's see what it says. This is the new name for ABAP platform trial. Platform trial. Please make sure you have enough main memory on board greater than or equal to 32 gigabytes. Goodness gracious. That's a lot. But as it happens, I did install more memory. It's probably been a couple months ago now. So I do now actually have 32 gigabytes. But my gosh, that's really what they want you to have? That is surprising. So let's see what happens if we pull this one. I want to say it should be mostly the same layers as the last one we pulled. Oh, so that one is apparently not a possibility. Okay, what if we do it without the 1909 at the end? Oh, whoops. Repository does not exist. Okay, well, that's not necessarily super encouraging, but whatever. So they changed it to Cloud Developer Trial. That's the main point, right? So then if we were to try this, let's see what this is going to do. So I'm going to copy this and paste that, and I'm just going to change this image name, all right? So it's SAP SE, and then it's going to be ABAP Cloud Developer Trial, colon, shouty case, ABAP Trial, 2022, SP01. Okay, so let's see. So what have we got? Docker run, stop timeout 3600, okay. -I for interactive, I believe. And we're gonna do some port forwardings, which I guess are necessary. Name A4H, I guess. I don't know what -H is. Should we take a look? I haven't looked at this one yet. Okay, so Docker processes all. Okay, so we're doing run, and we're using the name A4H. Some subcommands such as run have their own usage documentation. Is that in here? TLDR. Why do I keep spelling it like that? Docker run. Okay. So now let's see this whole thing. I just want to know what the -H is, first of all. Host name, container host name. And we said VHCALA4HCI. Okay. Let's try running this, I guess. Is there anything else? I think, yes, let's give it a shot. Docker run. Okay, so something happens. Okay, so container must have at least 16 gigs RAM available. Container must have at least 70 gigs disk free. All right, so I did delete some VODs, but not a ton. It says I have 163 gigs available now, so I guess that's enough. Anything else we want to see here? Oh, Sue cannot open session, permission denied. Oh, do I need to sudo it? The following system limits are below recommended values. Okay. Is this some kind of shared memory? Syscontrol kernel, 4096, less than 32, 768? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Huh. Consider adding these parameters to your Docker run command. if you are on Linux, consider running the following system commands. I'm scared. I'm scared. Why does it want to take so many system resources? This is wild. Okay, so I'm going to say no. Stop. And I'll try it. I'll try it. I'm afraid of what might happen, but sure, let me... Oh gosh, what is all this? Okay, so let's try doing this. We're gonna set the VM max map count to this insane huge number. I guess. Let's Google it first. I don't even know. Virtual memory. Oh my goodness. I don't think this seems smart. Like, why are these numbers so big? What is happening? I'll try it. Let's see what it says. Okay. Let's try this other one. Oh, what is this? File system. So, oh. Holy crap. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Okay, copy, paste. All right, so we set that value. Okay, and then the other one said, consider adding these parameters to your Docker run command. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these, copy. Okay, so I'm gonna try Docker run again. This time I'm gonna try putting sudo on the front because it complained about something. I'm gonna try this. Is this gonna... Hey, you know what? YOLO. It says, oh, already in use. So we have to docker kill A4H. Is that what we do? Cannot kill is not running. Okay, docker ls. No, it's docker container ls. I haven't used this much in a while. The TLDR just showed you what you do, right? Docker ps all. Okay, so there it is. So docker container rm f887 d16d5d7. So now I guess it's gone. All right. So now shall we try this again? Docker run. What's it gonna say? Flag provided but not defined syscontrol. Okay, I think I put it in the wrong place, right? So let's try again. So it was saying we were going to add this, but I added it too far back. So we're going to go sudo docker run. I'm going to delete that from here. And I believe we actually want to add those closer to the beginning. Okay, so Hmm. Okay, it thinks it's starting something now. Okay, so the license agreement has been accepted. Okay, good. Okay, so I guess we just started it. All right, so great. Now let's go to this next part. So let's go to exorcism, ABAP, hello world. Okay, so now let's look at the help again. It says, create a SAP package for all exorcism exercises in your system. Recommended name $exorcism in a shouty case. Okay. Interesting. Is this a lot? I don't know. It might not be a lot. Okay, so how to get started. SAP learning journey. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Testing. Clone. We don't really need to clone. Okay, this seems okay. Okay. Clone this repository using ABAP Git. Jesus. Sorry, I don't know if I don't think I mean to say that. Git client for ABAP. Okay. Oh man. So we're saying, shoot. Okay, so if we're using ABAP Git, how do we get started? Okay, let's look here. User guide, installation, one huge program. Uh, why is it a huge what do you mean huge program? Goodness. Wow, I don't quite know what to think. Well, I think that this seems like kind of a lot. Okay. Create a SAP package for all exorcism exercises in your system. So is that what I do here? So it says, all services have been started. To stop and be able to safely start again, use Control-C or use the stop command with timeout. Docker stop-T7200, have fun. All right. I do believe that this is progress. Okay, so something is running. So should we try looking at one of these ports, I guess? I mean, I don't know. Should we try starting with 3200? Nothing there, I guess. How about 3300? How about 8443? How about 3213? How about 50,000? Oh, here's something. SAP. Okay. How about 50,001? So this says 404 not found. Do we have any clue where we might go from here? It shows a SAP logo. SAP SE, all rights reserved. Okay, so what should we be looking for? SAP ABAP port 50,000. Okay, so application server. So what sort of pages might be on there? Like if we were to look for like index HTML or something? I don't know what I'm looking for. Hey, check it out. SAP public. Okay, yeah, let's try that. SAP? No. Public? No. What was the next thing they said? My SSO CNTL. .403 forbidden. Okay. No good there. What is all this? .403 forbidden, it says. Okay. So I don't know. So something is running. We want to know how to create a SAP package. How to create a SAP package. All right. Go to SE80 transaction. Okay. How to go to SAP transaction. Log into SAP system. Oh, you think there's like a login? So this doesn't seem productive. What is the way to go here? I mean, there's clearly a lot, right? There's a lot to learn and know. Okay, let me take a second. I'm gonna put a snack in the microwave if I've got one. I hope I've got one. Okay, so this seems, on the surface, this seems pretty labyrinthine, and I don't feel like I'm super like motivated to drill down into this whole SAP thing, right? Like I'm just trying to finish one simple simple exercise, right? On 48 and 24. So I mean it is pretty simple, right? Let's take another look. So where's ABAP? It's RNA transcription. All right, so what have we finished it in? We did it in Python, Scheme, JavaScript, and Elm. Let's knock it out in one of the others that I feel pretty familiar with. Julia? I'm not that familiar with Julia. What's one that I think I can knock it out probably pretty fast in? C#, probably. It's just character replacements, right? So yeah, sure. See, oh, actually, Go. Yeah, let's knock it out and Go. Right, so it's really quite a simple exercise. In fact, it's extremely simple. Let's see if I knock it out in 5 minutes or not. Go. RNA. Okay, so literally we are gonna go for IC range DNA. And are we gonna say, I don't know. Do we just want to switch? Switch C. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Case A. DNA sub I Now, can we assign like that in Go? I'm not sure, but maybe. So then in this case, we do a U, right? T. Oh, did I miss something? I don't know. DNA sub I equals A. Case C. DNA sub I equals G, right? Case G. DNA sub I equals C. So I don't know, I probably messed some of that up. But, okay, so cannot assign to DNA because it's a string, of course. So we can probably get like a builder or something, right? Or do we just want to do like maybe bytes? Okay, so if we were to say bDNA equals byte DNA, and then we do this whole thing on bDNA. And then here we just go string bDNA. Oops. Oh gosh. Sometimes I wonder. Oh, I did. I got caps lock on there. Yep. Okay. All right. So, any other hints? Is it like this? And then get rid of this. Okay, so then let's go format. Okay, better. Okay, let's test. Okay, so it passed something. So that was less than 5 minutes. Now I just need to make sure that there aren't tests that need to be turned on. I don't know if it's short mode. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's try submitting. And yeah, that was about 5 minutes. Let's see if it's accepted. Yep. Okay, so it's a tiny, tiny problem, right? 5 minutes is sufficient, right? So that's all I want to do. So for that reason, I'm sort of like, I have like a little bit of resistance to the idea of like, oh, I'm just gonna dive into this entire like SAP system. I don't know. Okay, so 16 months ago, really? That much? Huh. So that's the problem, right? RNA transcription. I mean, it couldn't be simpler, more straightforward. So, the problem is, how are we trying to use ABAP? So, I'm going to try taking a peek at the Discord and see if there are any hints. Wow. Where's the actual window? Here it is. Bravery, balance, and brilliance. Okay, so now let's look for the Discord. ABAP. Okay, so... Oh, these are mentor requests. Okay. So this guy says ABAP was annoying to set up, and the bot put ABAP there. Okay, so here's something. Okay, so, I mean, they did say ABAP was annoying to set up. But 8th, in my opinion, was actually not annoying to set up. I did have to fill out a form to download it, but it wasn't annoying, in my opinion, to set up. But ABAP, I don't know if I'm just... I don't know exactly what the problem is. I'm just, like, scared of it or something. It gives me the yips or something, but regardless, I don't want to clone the track. I just want to do the install, but lets you program and test your ABAP code directly in your browser. No additional installation is required. You can get an ABAP trial system. So I did, in fact, do this, right? Wait. No, hold on. What's this one? Access SAP trial. Okay, so here's the form. So why... Shoot. What was I looking at before? No. Was it this community blog? Yeah, okay. So we're like, okay, so here's this version. Docker pull. Okay, so ABAP Git is available out of the box. SAP Cloud Connector. So it looks like they just went on 8443. So when I tried going on 8443, nothing actually loaded. So maybe I just need to try again. Maybe I messed it up when I tried it before. Okay, I think one of these comments might have some helpful information. So this says A4H. Um, so what is it that they actually opened here then? This looks like it must be like the client application, right? So do we need to get the client application in addition to the Docker image we got already? That that seems likely, I think. It seems likely that we may need to actually go ahead and get a client application as well. Right? So that would be the SAP GUI for Java, I guess. So then the trouble here is they want to ask you for a business email address, right? So if I put in a Gmail, it's going to say no thank you, I think, but let's see. Okay, I looked at this form the other day. I'm going to fill this out over here. So I'm going to put my first name, last name, country, region, company it says is required. I'll put my employer, I guess. Okay. I'll put my phone number, I guess. Department. Okay. Relation to SAP. I will say student. Okay, so I'm going to submit my form. Maybe from here it's not too bad. I don't know. Okay, so check your email. I'm going to do that over here as well. Or try to. Let's see. I think I have to open it in my Firefox. Okay. Okay, activate your account. Cool. Okay, so create password. Okay, so I'm going to put this password somewhere so I can get it again. Okay, submit. Okay, so that says it's submitting. And it wants to give me a SAP Universal ID, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so now it's going to let me download the SAP GUI for Java, it looks like, I think. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was just annoying because I was scared of it. We'll see what happens after it does. Okay, so there are definitely some other ones I could work on and should work on. So let's go back to 48 and 24. Okay, so that's for ABAP. Okay, so then anagram. We got to figure out COBOL, right? So I messed with COBOL a little bit, and I didn't actually get anywhere. I don't think. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're going to look at COBOL. We're going to go local, and then we're going to go here. These are normally very helpful. So we're going to try GNU COBOL, and we're going to go to the instructions here. All right, so okay, so that's wrong apparently. All right, from source. I don't think I want from source if I can help it. So the Ubuntu repositories are very similar to Debian, using the same apt toolset. Okay. It says this is old version now. Okay, so let's try here. Uh-oh. I just put in a bunch of text that I didn't want. It's going goofy on me. What's the deal here? Did I do something to lock this up? Is it my my download, my SAP download? I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know how Docker got filled in there. That's messed up. Messed up, messed up, messed up. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Okay, more of this poison. See that? More of this poison. Rockstar focus. Oh, goodness. So anyway, we installed the GNU COBOL, we think. So now what? So we did that. Okay, now let's look at the Hello World. I think I have it downloaded. I should. Okay, so we're gonna go find the COBOL. Hello World. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. Apparently I downloaded a GNU COBOL tar GZ here before, which I should have just apt installed it, probably, but maybe it didn't work. Okay, so now let's look at the help. It says that we should do what? Okay, so on Linux, we can do bash test sh. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Bash test sh. It says undefined symbol cob is valid URI. That doesn't seem good, does it? It says it successfully generated COBOL test programs. So that seems really good, actually. But what is this? Undefined symbol cob is valid URI. Okay, so let's look this up. I don't think this is what I'd seen before. I think this is better than before. Now what if we do exorcism test? What's that gonna say? Okay, same thing. Undefined symbol cob is valid URI. And where do we think that is? Where do we put the file name again? Oh, updating. Okay, so it's cob is valid URI. Nowhere. Okay. So what's the deal then? So presumably, one thing that it probably means is that if we go into the source and go into the hello world and we change this, okay, so it says move hello world. Like, it didn't look like it did anything with that, did it? Or did it? Yeah. Okay, compile and run test. So, a successfully generated COBOL test program for source hello world. Symbol lookup error. Undefined symbol cob is valid URI. Okay, so what is this? Test case hello world. I don't know, seems like that should be okay, I think. What else is in the help? So we were supposed to go bash test. Okay, yeah, it says that's about it, I guess. Okay, so we were supposed to do cob c dash xj test cob. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go cob c. Do we have a? I don't think we do we? Maybe. So this is GNU COBOL. All right, so the -x is build an executable, and the -j is run after build. Okay, cool. Okay, so it says the same thing. So what's in this cob file? Is it a binary file, or what is it? Sample COBOL program. The heck? Okay. Sort of seems like a lot, I guess. So is the thing about URI in here? It says not found. Symbol lookup error, undefined symbol cob is valid URI. Is there something else we want to try? Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, let's try Googling it again. Just this part, hopefully. Hmm. Not much here on Google. Oh, what in the heck is this? Oh, this is an H file. Okay, so it's right here. Functions in mlio.c. Okay. So that's a pretty good hint, right? Because we might have to install that mlio. Okay, so then apt cache, if I could spell it, apt cache search mlio. No. mlioc. Hmm. GNU COBOL troubleshooting. Something? Okay. COBCV? What the? So it's not working. So let's see. So it looks like I've got user bin. Okay, so let's brew uninstall cobc. Oh man. Let's see. User bin cobc. So can we sudo apt get remove cobc? I think I spelled that wrong. Oh no, it's okay. Unable to locate package cobc. Brew uninstall GNU COBOL. Sudo apt get remove GNU COBOL. Okay. Okay, so we got rid of a couple of them, I guess. Okay, so let's go user bin. Okay, so here's all this. What's cob config? Okay, that's GNU COBOL. And cobc run. Okay, so we're going to remove those. Cob config, cobc, cobc run. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Okay, so no more cob, good. And then where cobc, so, oh, not found. What about in, bin? Was it there? Oh, they were symlinked or something. Okay, cool. All right, so that means I believe that we should be able to try starting fresh. I don't think we want brew, because I think brew is what I tried the first time. I think I want to try apt get again, I believe. I'd even try snap, like if it's on snap, that might be snap GNU COBOL. That might be an alternative. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the whole thing there. Remove our, yeah, let's do that. Hello. Okay, so everything's gone. Okay, so let's copy it again. And hopefully that means it's fresh, basically. Okay, so now there's not a ton in here. So now we're gonna try installing the new COBOL again, fresh. Hopefully somewhere that makes it easy. How do I install GNU COBOL? Okay, so I don't think I want from source. I think I want this. Now, please be aware that, so this is probably what my problem was, right? Okay, so let's put this into my ZSH RC. Not valid in this context. Let's see. What happens if I paste that in? Export. Not valid in this context. Why is it plus equals like this? Shouldn't it just be like, get rid of that. Let's make that double and that double. And then here, shouldn't it just be $cob LD flags? Yeah, I believe it's supposed to just be like that. Okay, so now that we have that, let's not go there just yet. Let's try doing this now. Okay. Oh no! What in the world did I just do? Why did... I don't know why that... Okay. Okay, so we tried installing. So now if we go where cob C... Oh, not found. Not found, huh? Let's see. So we did... Okay, so what? Oh gosh. So what did we do here? So new package will be installed, GNU COBOL. Okay. Okay, so cob C command not found. Well, I'm having trouble getting it up and running with Linux. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think my snack is in the microwave. I'll be right back. Why is that off the screen? All right, let me show it somewhere else. Okay, I'll be back. I'm just gonna get my laundry as well. All right. Oh, where did I put my snack? Hold on. All right. I love this track. All right. So we tried setting up GNU COBOL, but no luck apparently. Sudo apt install GNU COBOL. Okay, it says already the newest version. Okay, so now what about the cob C? Do we have a hint here? Okay. All right, so now what else do we want to do? Okay, I think I didn't have any luck there. I'm gonna try sudo apt remove GNU COBOL. I think it's uninstall, isn't it? No, it's remove, right? GNU COBOL. Okay. So I could try brew. Brew GNU COBOL. Okay, so this is what I tried before. And I didn't think it worked for me, right? Okay, I'm thinking maybe try it again. Let's see how long this one takes. Ha! Okay. All right, so there it is. Now, let's try bash undefined symbol cob spaces alphabetic. So, what's the deal? All right, so did I look this up before? Like, I messed around, not for a super long time, but for a bit of a little while. Man, I gotta get some of these to work. Okay, I think I'm giving up on COBOL for right now. If I go back and look at my Firefox, I did finish downloading the SAP GUI file. Okay, so we can kind of see it here, I guess. So we have some different options or whatever. So let's, I guess, maybe extract these files. Well, we don't want anything Mac, so let's just do these three, right? Temp, I guess, I don't know. Extract files with full path. Okay, let's see. Oh no. Alright. Okay, so there's our SAP GUI. Do I have unrar? I don't even know what it is. Is this my problem? That I need to install it first? That would make sense. Okay, so it was called SAP. Let's see. Okay. So do we want to try running the jar? Guess. Oh, all right. Let's run through it. SAP NetWeaver, SAP GUI for Java. Okay, this could be progress. I don't know. So, let's go. Let's move on ahead, I guess. Sure, this seems fine. Okay. Okay, okay. All right. So, SAP clients. So what have we got in here? SAP GUI. GUI start. Let's try GUI start. Missing argument, connect string. Interesting. Okay, okay. So I think I need to start my Docker and then try the GUI start. Okay, I want a sudo Docker run this one. Where'd my music go? Oh man. Oh, Guts theme Berserk again. I gotta take that off. I was wanting to get more songs listed, but next time I get on the Mac, I'll just remove the songs that are already listed. Okay, so we didn't want that. We want sudo docker run. Let's see what this one says. Okay, so this seems okay, I believe. At least it's not giving me any complaints. I'm gonna ask the AI something. AI, who is the inventor of ABAP? Too many question marks. Sweet Tunes, ABAP created by H.J. Renhack. SAP ABCD. All right, let's check it out. H.J. Renhack. There's no way. Seems completely made up, right? That's fine. That's fine. It's fun. Okay. Is there any person listed as an inventor? I don't think there is on this page that I know of. It's fine. All right, so this guy says it's starting. And once it's started, then we can try running the GUI with some kind of connection string, right? Which I guess is just going to be localhost on one of these things. Okay, so it says HDB started. Okay, starting, start, okay, start, wait, okay, started. License update. Okay, I guess that's okay. License information. I think this is okay. Okay, so application server starting. So here's today's date. Start okay. Start wait okay. Now we're starting worker processes. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. How late is it getting? Oh, kind of late. My goodness. All right. So I'm gonna close the window real quick. It's getting a little chilly. I wish I had some more, like, snacks. I think I'm going to get some after this. All right, so what's it say? Okay, so it says started. Services have been started. And have fun. So, let's go ahead and try using localhost, I guess, as a connection string. And I'm not sure which one we want. I'm probably just going to try all of them. So let's start with 3200 maybe. So let's go here. Okay, so let's try GUI start localhost 3200. Oh. Not a valid connection string. Okay. ABAP GUI start connection string. Connection strings. Okay. So here's given an example. Huh, interesting. What's the S for? IP address and port number. Oh. Well, that is not what I expected, but okay, sure, we can do that. So we're going to try GUI start, and I'm going to put the H, right? And then I guess 127.0.0.1. And then I'm going to put S 3200. So is that better? Okay, so not valid. Okay, so oh, did I leave off a starting slash there? Looks like it. Okay, let's try again. GUI start starting slash H 127.0.0.1 S 3200. Okay, so now what's it gonna say? Connecting. Oh, well, that's better, I guess. All right, so you have not, oh goodness, you have not assigned a trust level, all right, for A4H. So we can choose, oh, let's do fully trusted. Do I want fully trusted? I'm gonna say yes, fully trusted. Well, really, I'm doing development. So I'm going to say development. Oh, it made a noise. Okay, interesting. So here we are, A4H. All right, so now I guess I have to log on using a user and password. Interesting. I think I've completely lost track of what it even is that I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so installing locally. Okay. So I want to say I do need to log in probably, right? New password. Make an entry in mandatory field user. Okay. So we are using the developer cloud trial or whatever. cloud developer trial. Okay. How to connect. User and passwords. Oh, okay. So the username is developer, sure. Okay, so I'm going to put developer, sure. And here, I guess I'm going to put ABAP TR 2022 #01. Okay, enter. New password. Not long enough. Okay. Huh. Well, I guess this is good. SAP Easy Access user menu for John Doe. Okay. All right. So now that I'm logged in, I think we can go on and do some of like what was asked. So let's go back to exorcism. Okay. Okay, so it was saying create a SAP package. Okay, so I believe that's something that we do here. So we have SAP menu. I don't know. Last page. System. Create a SAP package. How to create a SAP package. Okay. Go to SE80 transaction. All right. SE80. Maybe? Just taking a guess. Okay, it shows that it's doing something. Honestly, this software seems like a mess. An enormous mess. I think it's very productive. It's widely used throughout the business world. But man. Okay, so now I'm in the object navigator. So that's where we went. Select package in the text box. So repository. So we select package. Okay, cool. So write down any name. So we'll choose the name $exorcism. Okay. Do you want to create the object? Yeah, baby. So it doesn't say anything about anything in particular, so I'm just going to say, okay. Make an entry in mandatory field short description. Okay. All right. This is so crazy. So the object will be created. All right. So now we're going to create a SAP package for each exercise as a sub package. All right. So we'll do exorcism hello world. So copy that. Okay. So yes, let's create that. And hello world. So this one has the super package exorcism, I believe, right? Because that's a sub package. Okay, so let's see what it says. Whoa, it makes weird noises too. That's crazy. Okay, so if we look in exorcism, it shows that it has these sub packages. Okay, cool. So now create an ABAP class corresponding to the exercise. Why is it ZCL? Whatever, I'll just go for it. Okay, so this time we want a class ZCL hello world. Sure, let's see what we get. So let's create it. Yep. Okay. So copy the template code from exorcism to the class. All right, so I guess it's a usual ABAP class. Public, I guess, is probably fine. We have a few different options, but I think public is fine. Usual seems okay. Final seems smart. So let's say that that's what we want. All right. So then the package is going to belong to exorcism hello world, right? And yep, I'm responsible. Okay. Save. Yes. Wow. Well, this is a different kind of experience. I don't think it's anything. There are some similarities, I think, to Faro Smalltalk, like it's sort of an ugly UI, but I think this is going to be an overall better experience than Faro Smalltalk was. We'll see. We'll see. So let's see. I'm looking at a class here. So now we are going to copy the template code. Okay, so that should help. Let's take a look at our template code. So which one do we think it is? Probably a small one. Yeah, it's probably this one, right? The ZCL Hello World class ABAP. Okay, so oh gosh. Well, the one nicest thing about Faro Smalltalk is that once you get to the actual code syntax itself, it's really, really nice and elegant. That does not seem to be the case here. But whatever. So can we paste that in? Uh-oh. It said we were supposed to copy the template code from exorcism to the class. Okay. So here's the class. And it's like this. Goodness. Okay. So let's try putting this text in here. Class? No. How do we do anything? Yeah, this is reminding me of Faro Smalltalk in several ways that are bad. And not really in any ways that are good. Okay, so this is the class. Darn it. text symbols. Okay, let's see. So what we're trying to do is copy code into a class. So let's see. ABAP class getting started. Okay, let's see how much of this we've done already. So we went new ABAP class and we selected a package project name description. Yep. We didn't do a super class. We didn't do an interface. Yeah, I think that's what I had seen. After you have created an ABAP class, the following tabs are available in the class editor. Global class, class relevant local types, test classes, macros. Repository browser. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I think this is better. Source code based. Okay. You know, I feel like you could probably be quite productive in an environment like this once you get used to it. I guess. I mean, it is widely used, right? Okay, so let's take this and copy. Okay, so we're going to put this stub in here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, it's not in edit mode. Source code based class builder. Okay. I think I'm almost there. It's not in edit mode. What's the deal here? Change. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's what I got from there. So now, all right, so what's the help say next? We copied that in. Okay, so maintain the test classes and copy the code from exorcism to the test class. Okay. Not quite sure on that part. Maintain the test classes and copy the code from exorcism to the test class. Test class. Okay, so let's try generating. Wait a minute. Okay, so select the class type, global or local, and enter the class name for which you want to create the test class. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yep. What is happening? Activate test class include first? Okay. So cancel. So we need to activate activate. This is crazy. It's a shame that the noises won't be recorded in the VOD. It makes weird noises. Just like, I don't know, 90s style computer noises. They don't sound bad. They're kind of surprising. I don't know. Okay, so we did something here. So now can we generate test class? Okay, continue. Continue. Okay, so that's better. Continue. Enter test class name. Okay, so this will be ZCL. Wait a minute. Ah, here we go. ZCL hello world test. Yeah? Invalid. Darn. Duration type short. Risk level harmless. All right. Select the methods. Oh, right. Wait. Is that selected? Yeah, this is the one I want to select. Oh, okay. Yes. Huh. Okay. All right, so here we have a test class. So now it was saying to copy the exorcism test, right? So we want the test classes. Oh, this is all I've got. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to delete that and put this. Okay. For technical reasons, the statement... Oh, gosh. Oh, it's a warning. Okay, so now let's see. Run the unit test. Okay, so where's run the unit test? SAP ABAP run unit test. Utilities test class. No, hold on. Utilities check. Okay, it did something, right? It's getting crazy. Okay. Execute unit tests. Control-Shift F10. Contains no executable unit tests. See long text. Huh. The active version of the class pool does not contain any executable unit test. Okay. So this is LTCL, hello world. Something's not quite right. Okay, so hello world, hello. Run. Unit tests. Okay. Activate. Okay, I think we had to activate first. I think it's maybe starting to work. I'm not totally sure. Amazing. Okay, so now we're ready. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I might have a good time with this. This doesn't seem nearly as bad as Faro Smalltalk. It seems bad in many of the same ways, but overall, I don't think it seems nearly as bad. Okay, so let me exit result and come back in here. And we're going to change the text. Am I in insert mode? Okay, so delete. Okay, so now we're going to save, activate, run unit test. Any luck? So it says it processed. Did it run? I think this is saying processed one program, one test classes, one test method. I think this is saying it passed. I'm not certain. I think that's saying it passed. Okay, so now what does it say to do? So we went ahead and did that. So now submitting, you can submit your solution using the exorcism submit command. Okay. The trick is that my code is in here, right? So this is my class implementation. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Okay, so I'm going to delete everything and paste and try submitting. Okay, let's give it a shot. You know, honestly, if I had tried this before Faro Smalltalk, I wonder if I would have actually liked it worse. Okay, so now we're going to go to the actual exercise. Okay, let's close all these out. And the good news is it's quite a short, simple exercise. So we're going to see how this goes. 48 in 24. Okay. All right, so we're gonna copy this. Okay, so for this one, we gotta go back to our SAP GUI, I guess. So be honest, I'm not sure you have to do this in SAP GUI. Like, you might be able to do all of this from the command line, I'm not sure. But the hello world did work from the GUI, so I'm gonna stick to the GUI, I guess, for now. So this next one is called ZCL RNA transcription, right? So I'm going to cat ZCL, yeah. So this is what I've got. Okay, so this new one is going to be called, I'm going to use this name, copy. Oh wait, I have to make another package. So package, I'm going to make a package called exorcism RNA transcription. Okay, so we're going to create that. And the super package is $exorcism. Okay. Yep. Okay, check. All right, so now we're going to go back and create a class. And this one's going to be called this, ZCL RNA transcription. Okay, so yes, let's create that. I don't know what ZCL is supposed to be. RNA transcription. Public is good, usual. Okay, save. So this one should belong to the package of $exorcism RNA transcription. All right. So let's try and save that. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Maybe. Okay, so then create class. No, I think I did this already. Source code. Nope, that's not it. Source code here. Shoot. Okay, so display class ZCL RNA transcription. Source code based. Ah, there we go. And now we want to change. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to start with this. Copy. Paste. Okay, so that's the stub that we get. And this is rather verbose, isn't it? Definitely kind of ugly source code, but, you know, whatever. It takes all kinds. So now we're going to try creating the test class. So no, so first we have to go save, activate, yep, run unit tests. No, we want to generate, create, generate test class. Okay, yep. So this is going to be create. So this time it'll be called RNA transcription test. Okay, let's give it a shot. Continue. So that's what I'll select. So, yep. Okay, so now when we find our this. Okay, so this is the test. All right, so now we're going to look at the test here, ZCL RNA test. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to grab these tests. This isn't too bad. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so I'm going to copy this in here. Okay, so now we're going to save, activate, yep, execute unit tests. Ah, cool. Hey, this is nice. I like it, actually. This is actually the nicest part of this program that I've seen so far, in my opinion. So empty RNA sequence apparently was fine already. Okay, so now we're going to get into the actual code. Or try to. So first of all, let's exit the result. And then come over here. Okay. Great. So... okay. So implement solution goes in the method transcribe, right? So, I mean, it's going to be pretty much what we did in Go, probably, right? I would say. Yeah, that seems likely. So let's look at some actual code information. ABAP for loop. Sure. For expression. Oh, this is a blog post, but okay, let's take a look. What in the world? Okay, so it says, as we all know, the inline declarations, operators, and expressions available in 7.4 SP02 onward are taking the ABAP world by storm for last few years. For the new or the for the new or the experienced ABAPers, this is almost like fall in line or fall apart, right? Slightly happy. The main idea is to write code easily, keep it lean and compact as much as possible. But there is no end of debate that if the old school ABAP code is good enough to achieve everything, then why complicate life? Well, with all that being said, let us discuss about some simple best case scenarios of for expression, which can seriously reduce number of lines of code and make it more compact. I feel this is one of the best addition among the new features. Remembering old friend Mr. C. Winky face. I don't know Mr. C. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's a reference to something that I have no knowledge of. So, situation 1. To move values from a source internal table to a target internal table which has all the fields of the source internal table plus some additional fields, say. Okay. So we used the for loop here. So this seems useful, right? So we said for LWA source in LT source. All right, index into index, sure. Let base equal value. Tie struct field 3 equals index. Populate psi tabix in the additional fields within the full. Okay. I'm interested. There's a lot here that I actually really just don't get, right? Okay, so define structure. So does this make sense? Types begin of tie struct 1, field 1 type I, field 2 type string, end of tie struct 1, sure. Begin of tie struct 2, field 1 type I, field 2 type string, field 3 type I. Okay, that part's straightforward, of course. Define table types. Okay, so more types. GTT struct 1, type standard table of tie struct 1 with default key. Okay, sounds like a winner to me. And GTT struct 2, type standard table of tie struct 2 with default key. Sure. All right. Initialize source table with some random values. Okay, so data LT source equals value GTT struct 1, field 1 equals 1, field 2 equals A. Okay, so we have a table with a couple of records in it, right? One record and a second record. Sure. Use like simple move corresponding. So let's see, data LT target 1 equals val, okay. Okay, so everything was obviously very straightforward up until this point. But now what is this? Data LT target 1. The same kind of thing happened here, right? So are we using this data? Is this how we initialize a variable? It looks like it must be, right? Okay. GTT struct 2. Okay, so now we are going to use the for LWA source in LT source. All right, so we're going to go through each record that we defined here, right? Corresponding hash LWA source. Okay. Okay. So, sure. Let's see if we can use ABAP regex. So for the RNA transcription problem, trying to use regex actually didn't seem to be the way to go, because you have to do like different substitutions. Oh wait, actually I did do it using a regex in Kotlin, but it had a function for the replacement. Okay, so let's go for loop through string. Looping string characters. Yeah, sure. So this person says string length. Oh, okay. Yes, honestly, this is gonna pretty much do it for us. So let's come back into here. Honestly, I'm gonna shout this out. ABAP comment. Okay, so I'm gonna say shout out to, and put that here. Yeah, this is very clever. All right. And we're gonna go length. Wait a minute. Okay, so we're gonna start with this data, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy it. In fact, I'm gonna copy the whole thing. Okay. So we already have strand, I think, right? So we don't need that, I don't think. Index type I, length type I, char type C, num type I. Yeah, so this is going to be strand, right? Okay. While index less than length. Okay, was index... So is it initialized here with a 0 value like in Go? I guess it must be, right? We'll see how it goes. Okay. Char equals... Oh, interesting. Okay. Try. Num equals char. Okay, I don't need to do that. I don't really like that they did it that way either. Okay, so end try. So the catch is indented inside the try? Okay. I should be using only two spaces to indent. Okay, so end try. So then it says add one to index, sure. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, so pretty sure we shouldn't need try at all, right? So we don't need num. Okay, so then abap char type C equality comparison operator. Let's take a look. Geeks for geeks, let's take a look. When I was in the car the other day, I was trying to get Siri to tell me what COBOL is short for. It's short for Common Business Oriented Language. I had to ask it like 4 times because it kept thinking I was saying something other than COBOL. At first it thought I was talking about like a kobold from D&D, and then it thought I was talking about Cobalt, which I'm not even sure what it was, some software product. Anyway, but when it finally said what COBOL stood for, it said COBOL is short for Common Business Oriented Language. And then it said this answer comes from geeksforgeeks.org. It said Geeks for Geeks. I was like, what? That's insane. So anyway, so relational operator for all data types, we just use equals. So that's great. And then let's look at if statement. Okay, so we are going to say, we're not going to do this. We're going to say if, and I'm going to say char EQ, right? So that's what they used here. Okay. Then I'm going to put A. So then we've got to put the string back together, right? Okay, so let's see. ABAP string builder. Let's take a look. Okay, so that seems fine, I guess. So we need to return a result, right? Type string. So does the result start at 0 like an empty string? I'm not sure. I believe we should be able to say result equals and put empty string, right? Okay. So then if this, we're going to say result equals, and we're going to go pipe result, and then this is going to be u, right? Okay. All right. I started pressing dim keys. Cancel. Here, let me save what I've got so I don't lose anything. Okay, so then else if char eq t result equals result a, right? Else if char equals c, result equals result g. Yeah. Else if char equals g, result equals result c. And if. Yeah? Okay, so let's save, check syntax, dot expected after else. Okay. ABAP if else if statements. Looks like else if probably wants to be mashed together, right? Okay, let's try that. Okay. Check syntax. Better, I guess. No syntax errors found. Love it. So now let's save. Let's activate. Let's run unit tests. That's it. Okay. I think I'm nearly ready to move on, so I'm going to copy this and come back into here and edit this file. So we're going to delete everything. And submit, right? Okay, let's see what result we get. I'm nervous, but we're going to find out. It says passed. Mark is complete. Okay, great. Great. Well, that was a good experience, honestly. Way better than Faro Smalltalk. Better than PureScript. Just, I mean, it took a while, but, I mean, there was a lot in there that I found sort of interesting. So, can close the Discord now. Okay, I'm gonna see what else I've got here. What's this? That needs to stay open. Needs to stay open. Needs to stay open. Okay, let's close this one now. Let's close this one. What else have I got going here? Okay, so now we're gonna close this. Unsaved data will be lost. Do you want to log off? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna close that. That was the form from earlier. I'm gonna close Firefox. That's just my email. Okay, and then this one stays open. Okay. I want that open. Okay, that's the password that I saved earlier, so I am going to go ahead and close that. Close this. Let's close that. Okay, what's this one? Oh, this looks like Discord, right? Yeah, let's close that down. I'm going to close that. Okay, that's fine. Ah, here we go. So now we're going to close this. And now let's look at Docker again. Okay, cool. Close that one. All right, so I've got these three open. Okay, this is the SAP GUI, right? Okay, so let's close that. Okay, so that's my AI. That is, I believe, my Google Chrome, and this one is my OBS. So everything is cool. All right. So how many are finished now? $132, right? So there are only 12 left now. Okay, so let's categorize what remains. So I want to do this one in Prolog first. I want to save this one for very last. I just don't like follow small talk. I think I could like it, but after what happened last time I tried to mess with it, I just don't like it. I was having some trouble with COBOL. So let's look at options for running COBOL on Linux for 2024. So Exorcism recommended GNU COBOL, but it did definitely list IBM COBOL as a possible alternative. So maybe we should take a look at this. So try it free. Hey, you know, if it works, then that'll be great. It wants us to fill out a form. Okay, I don't necessarily want to go that direction just yet. Okay, LFE. So this one also had some goofy errors that I just need to troubleshoot. Okay, so JQ. So I was going to do Prolog this morning, and man, I find Prolog very confusing. I think the time has come to dive into JQ, or try to. So I'm going to go to JQ. So it looks like I did knock out the JQ Hello World. That's good. Interesting. All right. I think that this will be a nice, gentle introduction to JQ. So let's just get rolling with it then. Right here. Okay, here we go. Shopping. Okay, so let's look at the help first. So actually running it should be pretty simple, right? Oh, there's quite a lot of help here. So we just run the tests using bats. That seems fine. Okay, so if I run exorcism test, are we going to be cool there? Yeah, that's great. All right, now let's look at the README. I think that there's going to be some very helpful hints in here. Okay. Yes, let's read all of this. This is going to be very helpful. Let me clear and... Okay, so here we go. Shopping list. Welcome to Shopping List on Exorcism's JQ track. If you need help running the tests or submitting your code, check out Help MD. If you get stuck on the exercise, check out Hints MD, but try and solve it without using those first. Slightly happy. Introduction, basics. We will assume you are familiar with JSON syntax and data types, sure. JQ works by passing the incoming JSON data through a single expression written as a pipeline of filters to achieve the desired transformed data. Okay, so far so good, I guess. The JQ language is implemented by the JQ program. This program provides several handy command line options to control how the input is consumed and how the output is presented. Why are these words highlighted in blue? How did that happen? That's strange. All right, so in the examples below, you'll encounter -n or null input. Normally, the JQ program is given a file to read, or you send data to its input. The null input option allows you to generate JSON data without any inputs. Cool. -c or compact output. JQ pretty prints its output by default. It's extremely useful for humans to view the data when it's nicely formatted. Cool. However, that's not necessary for machines. The compact output option removes the formatting white space to minimize the size of the resulting JSON. Fun. All right, so -f file name or /from file name. Read the JQ program from file name instead of providing it on the command line. Sed and awk both use the -f option for the same purpose. You will see this used in the test scripts for the practice exercises. The rest of this lesson will focus on the JQ language. Cool. All right, so filters and pipes. Filters are also known as expressions. A filter takes an input and produces an output. Like the way you work in a Unix shell, you can join filters with a pipe to connect the output of one filter to the input of another. All right, so first we're going to look at the identity filter. This is the simplest filter. It simply passes its input to its output. All right, so we echoed a short JSON data to JQ with the identity filter, and so it just gave it back. Great, cool. All right, arrays. This will be a quick introduction to working with arrays. We will cover this topic in greater detail later. Array elements are accessed with brackets and are zero indexed. Okay, so again, we have a short JSON document here. We echo that over to JQ. And so this time, instead of just using the identity filter, we used a dot bracket 1 bracket. So we got the one indexed item from the array. And there it is. So a filter can build an array by wrapping an expression in square brackets with a known list of elements. So JQ-N, 1, 2, 3. So -N was no input. And then here we have to collect a stream of elements. For example, range is a function that outputs a stream of numbers. All right, so we did JQ, no input, and this time we used range, okay, and we did 10, 70, and 15. All right, so 10, then we went to 25, okay, so it's from, to, and step, right? So we're stepping by 15, so 10, 25, 40, and 55, okay. That is fine. So then using the square brackets collects the results of the expression into an array. So we did JQ, so this time we wanted compact, and we put the same thing, range 10, 70, 15, but this time it is inside the square brackets. Comma is an operator. The comma is not just syntax that separates array elements. Comma is an operator that joins streams. For example, so this is array 1, 2, 3 is a filter that uses the array constructor, square brackets, to collect the result of joining the three expressions, 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. Okay. Did you notice the semicolons in range 10, 70, 15 above? Because commas have a specific purpose in the JQ language. Functions that take multiple arguments use semicolons to separate the arguments. All right, so now we're going to look at objects. A quick introduction to objects. Similar to many programming languages, use dots to access object properties. So here we have a short JSON document again with a key here and its value. And that value itself has a key and a value. Okay, so we chose JQ, we started with dot, and then we put foo, and lo and behold, foo is the key that we had here. And then we put dot bar, and that was the key we had here. So naturally, we get a value. Fun. Brackets can be used for objects too, but then quotes are needed for string literals. Okay, so this is one method to work with keys containing spaces. All right, so here we had a object again, so it's a short JSON document. Here it has a key, and so we notice, of course, the key this time has a space in it, right? And, you know, so the syntax doesn't support putting dot foo and then a space, but we have this syntax, right, just like JavaScript. Square bracket, then we put the key in there in double quotes. All right, fine. So you can construct an object with squiggly brackets, I guess, and key value pairs. Quotes are not required around keys that are simple strings. Okay, so here we have no input, and we do this. And so here we used JQ syntax. So this is not a valid JSON document like this, right? Because in JSON, quotes are required around a key like this, right? So now it outputs a valid JSON document here. Notice we also did some arithmetic here, which again is not valid in JSON, but it's going to produce a valid JSON document because it evaluated the arithmetic expression. So that's cool. So to treat the key as an expression, you must wrap it in parentheses. The following also outputs the same as above. Okay, so let's look at this one. So here we have, it looks like a JSON document here, right? So we said we're going to create an object. So this first key, we use the parentheses, as they mentioned here. And we're going to say, okay, we're going to get the first item from the array, which is here. And then from that first item, we're going to get the value that belongs to this key. So we're going to get this right here, right? So that will become question. And then we're going to put the value, right? Okay, interesting. And then we'll do like the same on the second one. So that's fine. So let's look at pipelines. For example, given file JSON containing key1 value 1, key2 array of numbers, let's calculate the length of the key2 array. Okay, so we did JQ, we said dot key2, and then we said pipe, and then we said length, all right? And then we said file JSON, and then we got 3. Okay, so 3 items here. So we piped the output of the key2 expression as the input to length, which unsurprisingly outputs the number of elements in the array. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that seems fine. So filters can ignore their input. In this example, the input JSON data is ignored and has no impact on the output. So we echoed this short JSON document, and we did JQ, but JQ did an arithmetic expression, and so it just didn't even bother. Okay, so filters can output streams of data. Ah, fun. A filter can output more than one value. For example, the dot square brackets filter outputs each element of an array as a separate value. Okay, so JQ, no input, compact output. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So far, so good. All right, so now what happens here? JQ. So we piped to dot square bracket. Okay, so outputs each element of an array as a separate value. So that's what we had here. Okay, so piping such a filter into another will execute the second filter for each value. Okay, so we did an arithmetic expression. So this was our identity, and then arithmetic, and we did that. So that's cool. So this is like implicit iteration. Eh? Lovely. Once you understand this technique, you'll realize very powerful JQ filters can be very concise. Isn't that great? This is great. This is a wonderful lesson. Parentheses. Parentheses are used to group sub-expressions together to enforce the order of operations, just like in other languages. In JQ, the need for them can appear to be somewhat surprising. For example, let's say we want to construct an array with two elements, the square root of 9 and e raised to the power of 1. The two individual expressions are 9 piped to square root function and 1 piped to exp, and then this is a period, right? So we expect the output to be the array 3, 2.7. Oh, with some more numbers. Okay, so then we got a 20 something here, right? So what has happened? So we did 9 piped to the square root, comma 1 piped to the expo, let's see, e raised to the power of 1. So this part looks like the right one. Okay, so interprets that like this. 9 piped to square root. So far, so good. Comma 1. And then exponent here. Builds a stream of two elements, 3 and 1, which are each given to exponent. Okay. So we didn't realize that this whole thing here had been passed through here. That is somewhat surprising. All right, so this is good to know. So we need to ensure that EXP only takes one number as input. In other words, we need to enforce that the pipe is evaluated before the comma. So we just do this. So seems fine. Functions and operators. Without going into great depth, functions will be a topic for another exercise. Here are some useful built-in functions. Okay, so length. Given an array as input, output the number of elements in the array. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40 length. Plus. This operator does different things depending on the type of its operands. It adds numbers, it concatenates strings, it appends arrays, it merges objects. Cool. Very good. So we can do an arithmetic expression here, 7. We can do a string concatenation. Lovely. All right, so we can append these two arrays together into one. That's neat. And then we can merge these two different objects. Quite amazing. Add is a function that takes an array and returns an item with all the elements added together using the rules of plus. So why is it called add and not sum? Okay, well, it's fine. We're just going to add them all together. Map, given an array as input and a filter as an argument. Okay, so we put map, we put dot, divide 5, so we divide all by 5. Output an array where the filter is applied to each element. Lovely. Select, given some input and a filter as an argument. If the filter applied to the argument results in a true value, output the input unchanged. Otherwise, output nothing, not the null value. Truly no output. Okay. For example, given some numbers, select the ones which are divisible by 3. So we chose a range 10. Cool. We chose to pipe to a select. And then we did dot mod 3 double equals 0. So then we get some numbers. Cool. Recall that range outputs a stream of numbers. Select will be invoked once per each number. Only the numbers passing the expression are output. You often need to select elements of an array. There are a couple of ways to do this. With the input Ann, Bob, Kathy, Dave, select the names having length 4. So use map and select together. So we're going to map to length. So map, select the names having length 4. Okay, wait a minute. Why did we use map here? Oh, I didn't get this. We chose map, and the expression passed in was select. And then this was length equals 4. So when we choose map, here we had a dot. Actually, I don't get this one. Explode the array into elements, select on that stream, and collect the results. Okay. Yeah, it seems more straightforward. So let's just try this one out real quick. How come it doesn't work the way I would expect? So if we go JQ, and then we put this, or let's go echo this document. Oh my goodness. JQ, select length equals 4. I think these have to be double quotes. Can this be single quote? In JSON, they normally have to be double quotes, I believe. Okay, so it didn't do it there. So now if we instead say map, and then the other one was okay. So let me look it over again. I'm worried that I didn't quite get this. Okay. Given some input and a filter as an argument, if the filter applied to the argument results in a true value, output the input unchanged. Otherwise, output nothing, not the null value, truly no output. For example, given some numbers, select the ones divisible by 3. Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. So if we just go length, it should say 4, right? But we can also go map length, and then it should say 4354, right? And we can also say like this, 435. Okay. Yes, that I think is fine. Okay, I'm glad I took a little time to look that up. Okay, so comments start with a hash and continue to the end of the line. Okay, so instructions. You have a sudden craving for pancakes. As a modern, technically inclined person, you write a shopping list for pancake ingredients in JSON format. The structure of the list is name, name of shopping list, ingredients, list of ingredients, optional ingredients, list of ingredients. Okay. So an ingredient is represented as a JSON object like item, flour, amount, quantity 2, unit cup. Okay. An ingredient has an optional property named substitute that holds a string of another item that can be used instead. Let's see how we can examine the shopping list with JQ. 1. Extract the shopping list name. Write an expression that outputs the name element of the shopping list. 2, count how many ingredients are needed. Only count the required ingredients. Don't include the optional ingredients. Okay. 3, how much sugar? Write an expression that outputs the amount of sugar, just the numeric part is wanted. Okay. 4, map the ingredients which can be substituted. Some of the ingredients can be substituted. If you don't have ingredient X, you can use Y. Output a JSON object mapping the recommended ingredient to its substitution. Include the optional ingredients in the mapping. Okay, so let's go into our stub file. Okay, check it out. The expressions for the first 3 tasks must end with commas. Recall that a JQ program is a single expression. For this exercise, you are solving 4 separate tasks with 1 source file. Use the comma operator so the outputs of these filters are joined into a single output stream. JQ prints each item in a data stream on a single line, which makes the tests easier to write. Okay, so this is an error. With commas, it is okay. Okay. You'll need to use parentheses to control order of operations. Okay. Whoops. All right, so for this one, we need to use name. For this one, we need to do ingredients length. For this one, we need to go it said write an expression that outputs the amount of sugar, just the numeric part is wanted. Okay, so we're going to go ingredients plus, was it optional? Okay, so when we do that, we're going to explode select and so then each one has a name, I believe, or no, it has an item. No, it's amount.quantity. I quite like this track. Epistasis OST visions. Okay, so then here, no comma after the last filter. So we're going to go ingredients plus optional ingredients. So on the substitution, so it would be substitute. All right, did we pass any? No. I think we did not pass any. Cannot iterate. Oh, okay, okay. Cannot iterate over number 24. So that's at 87. What do you mean 87? That's in the shopping list JSON file. Cannot iterate over number 84. Cannot iterate. Okay. Well, let me look again. I tried to iterate over number 24. Okay, so we're gonna go TLDR JQ. So we're gonna go JQ name shopping. Okay, so ingredients for pancakes. I am going to get rid of just about everything just to help myself out. Okay, so I don't think this one's right, is it? No, it says 8. Pretty sure that's not what was asked for. It was... Oh no, I think that is what was asked for. Okay, let's do the next one. I think this is the one that had the problem. Let's see if this one's okay. Oh no, not that again. Cannot index string with string substitute. So we don't want to map, right? We just want to say substitute. I guess so. Okay, so then the one that had the actual problem, I believe is this one, right? Okay, so here it is. Cannot iterate over number 0.25. Okay, so I think the select itself probably didn't work, right? Or maybe it did. Let's see how far that gets us. Okay, so we were supposed to select where the item is sugar. Okay, so there it is. And then what did we try to do next? We tried to go amount quantity. Okay. So then how come we couldn't add? What was it that it said about add before? I think I misunderstood or just forgot or didn't get it. Add is a function that takes an array. Okay. Cannot iterate over no. Oh, okay. Still saying that. I gotta take like 2 minutes here and come right back. Maybe I'll think of what it was. Maybe I'll think of what it was that I did. Ah. I am pretty tired, actually. I think I'm gonna log off after finishing this one. It's a very simple one, obviously, but man, I don't know JQ yet. Okay, so cannot iterate over number 24. So let's cat this again. All right, so if we go like JQ name, comma, ingredients length, $24. Okay, so they each have to be parenthesized, right? It was explaining that and I didn't really get it. All right, so I got okay, 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 not okay. Map of substitutions, line differs. So I got a null line. Okay, so on that one, I think it was on the substitution, right? So I believe we select first. Select substitute. No. Oh, it was oh. I think they must have explained that, right? And I just didn't get it. JSON object, yeah, I didn't grasp what they were asking for, clearly. So, let's cat that again. So we're gonna JQ just this part. Such a great track. Okay. So then what do we think that the last filter is going to be here? I want to say I'm not sure actually. Okay. I believe we are going to go we're going to add. So each of these is going to be key.item value.substitute, and then we just add. No. May need parentheses around object key expression. Yes, of course. And they specifically called that out as well. Okay, so that's not it yet. Let's see how this comes out. Yeah. Okay, so then why was it not add? Oh, they have to be in an array before we can add, right? Nope, that's not it. So what does this look like? No, they all came out as separate arrays. Oh, we have to, do we have to add twice? No. No. What is happening? Um, okay, so what was this like? So this was no good because that we need them all to be in the same array. Okay, let's go back. So at this point they are all in an array, right? Okay. So now can we select into an array? I don't think it's going to work. And if we use map, that's no good either, is it? Oh, that actually is good. Yeah, okay. That's not so far off. So we just need to select out um the ones that don't have the substitute, which is what I tried to do before. Okay, so they did try to explain this, and I just didn't quite get it yet. When we do the selection here, let's see how it was again when we used map select. I think I still didn't quite get this one. Okay, so we're going to echo this. Nope, I still do not get why map select works. I do not. I think they tried to explain though, right? They were like, hey, look, select when you use it, and if it doesn't pass, you don't get null, you just get nothing at all, right? Not the null value, truly no output. All right, so anyway, what they told us there is what we need to do here, right? So that's kind of close. We just need to map select somewhere. Right? Yes, that I believe is the answer. Copy. Okay, let's submit. Okay, so like I said, I'm pretty tired. I don't want to be done like for the night, but I want to lay down for like an hour and then come back to finish out the night. Okay, so that says passed. I'm going to mark as complete. Okay, so I'm going to try and log off. I think I'm just going to try to lay down in the dark with my eyes closed for an hour and then come back. All right, so, and when I come back, it's going to be more JQ basics. All right, because it's good, it's cool, but clearly, like, I mean, that took me a while. So, yeah.